are at Camp 3. Mr. Johnson's pumping up his boat. We found this shady little nook. Well, Mr. Johnson was good enough to find it. And we are just off the river. Steep little bank. But here we go. And we've got a class 3 called Eye of the Needle and a class 4 called Black Rock within like a mile. So it's going to be a good morning. Here we are approaching Black Rock Rapids, the first of the class 4 rapids on the river. You can hear it roaring away down there with Troy in the foreground. This is Black Rock Falls. It's a class 4 rapid. There's more rapidiness going on behind there. That's the big thing. And I don't feel any inclination.
We consider that if our goal is to run as many rapids as possible, that goal is best served by not running this one.
Here we are scouting a rapid called the Maze. It's the next class 4 rapid. We're stuck together.
It has been a wild day with all the adventure we could wish, and now we are just floating about 1.5 miles of calm river here before we get to camp. And I'm grateful for all that we've been through, for the fact that we're still alive, and get to enjoy this beautiful country.
We are at camp. This is camp number 4, correct? Woo! Yes, camp number 4, and we are just in a beautiful spot. Look at all this climbing right here. We're just going to be able to climb right off our campsite.
We climbed a few hundred feet up the cliff and found a lofty perch from which we could survey the whole valley. We were fortunate to see a mountain lion come walking down the wash directly opposite here, right down there, and come down to the river and have a drink. And we also saw a bighorn sheep as it made its way up. We haven't seen a whole lot of wildlife, not as much as we'd like. Here's the bighorn sheep. Lots and lots of bird life. Here's some cliff swallow nests near where we're sitting, and a bat that Troy found in the river. Rescued it out of the river. He's looking grumpy, unhappy to be wet, unhappy to be out in the daylight, unhappy with the noisy talkers.
This is our camp
But
tonight.
here we are at camp.
When I'm sleeping. That is where Mr. Johnson is sleeping.
And just to touch on something from part 1, yes, every night at camp so far, Troy has brought out from a bag 2 large Asahi beers, which I'm convinced he stores in another dimension somewhere, somehow. And this is where we've traveled today. We started out at Gleason Flat, which is a river access point. Paddled not even a mile downstream to Eye of the Needle Rapid, which is right about here. And then proceeded down to Black Rock Rapid, Class 4, which is here. We did not run that rapid. We portaged around it, taking about an hour. Coming through here, we had several miles of calm and then ran into Devil's Pendejo and Upper Corral Rapid, which are in this region right here. And then we had another maybe mile or so for free before we started hitting a series of rapids, starting with Lower Corral here, which is where Troy swam, and then Pinball, and then finally the Maze. And now had a mile and a half of calm river, and now we're camped right here on this beach that we're zooming into.